Hello everybody. This is going to be the first optional install, and I'm going to tell people about it because I've never found a single program to be as useful, as functional, as dynamic, or as efficient before. Go to your preferred way of installing applications. Either go to Ubuntu Software Center or to System Administration Synaptic Package Manager. Let the application load. This application's name is Kupfer, Kupfer, and it's described as a fast, lightweight desktop summoner launcher. Kupfer is a summoner launcher in the style of Quicksilver or GNOME Do. It can search and browse your files, launch desired applications, and object you need in a quicker way. It's a launcher, but it's really much more than a launcher. It's written in Python, which means it's a very light and flexible application. Also, it has a lot of plugins to extend its feature. The main reason I found myself using this application more than other like applications, like GNOME Do, is because, I like applications that are cross-platform. You can run them on Windows, you can run them on Mac, you can run them on Linux. Well, in Linux, after you get so far into it, you find the need to have cross-desktop applications. It's nice to have an application that runs very well in KDE or in GNOME or in other desktops, and that's what Kupfer does. It runs, in my eyes, very, very well. After it's installed, you can go ahead and launch it by hand. After the next time you reboot, it should automatically load by itself. This is the default look for Kupfer. You have a two-pane window, basically. Let's first escape out of that, go up to the icon in the taskbar, which looks like something I'm not sure about. Go to Preferences. These are the default directories it's going to look at and search. So if you want to search your whole computer a lot, you can just go down here, click Add, and you can extend that. I think by default it will start automatically, but let's go ahead and check that anyway. Keyboard, to show the main interface, Control and space. That's how you activate it. No matter what application you're in, Control space, it pops up. You can change what application it is also. They have comma tricks, select, quit, reset all. These are commands you really don't need. As long as you can control space and start typing, you'll find a lot of use out of this application. Plugins. The first plugin I always enact is apt or apt. What this does is this lets you install applications from it. I go down and I change this to GKSUDO. That is a graphical or GTK way of doing the sudo, sudo, and then it's apt-get install. That is how programs get installed. You can enact a calculator, so you can do calculations on the fly. You can have it linked to Chromium bookmarks, alternate email client, so it isn't like you're locked in with the default Ubuntu email client. Default email client, it will actually search contacts, and you can on the fly control space start typing a contact name and compose email. It searches your documents, templates. Evolution, which is the default email client, is not turned on. You can turn that on. Your bookmark favorites. File actions, which allows you to move to, copy to, rename to, extract here, create archive, so forth and so on. It can directly link with Firefox and Firefox bookmarks, which a lot of people like. Google Picasa, Google Search, Google Translate, locate files I always turn on. I like to be able to search for files on the fly. I find it to be a little helpful. Pigeon, which is the IRC instant messaging chat client that I like, you can turn that on. Putty, which is an SSH application to do secure tunnels over a network. That's by default on. Shell commands, selected file, that's a very dynamic thing. Skype built into it, so you can start to type a contact's name in Skype and then tab over to call or chat. You don't have to open up Skype itself to do these kind of things. Terminal services client, a lot of Windows users need that kind of thing. Thunderbird, get another email. So this by default out of the box supports 3 email clients right off the back. TrueCrypt, a lot of people love the TrueCrypt. Twitter, you can instantaneously control space, type something, and you can tweet it. Very easy, very painless. VirtualBox support also, so you can launch independent VM without even opening up VirtualBox. Xfce Support, that's an alternate desktop client. I encourage people to go in, click this, play around, and find out some of the things you can do. The catalog is just, this is what it's going to search by default, and capabilities that are enabled by default, like session management. Best example I can give to that, control and space, and if I type log, right there's log out, so I don't have to go up and click the button anymore. To install applications, you have to know the exact name. So if we say AUDACITY for Audacity, hit tab, go over to the next pane, down arrow, right there's install. You simply hit enter, a window pops up, asks you for your password, hit enter, and then it goes, and then it does the installation. It is a very ultra flexible way to do things, and I love the fact that it automatically remembers the last thing you picked. So for now on, like when I say, well, go to Ubuntu Software Center or Synaptic Package Manager, you can just start to type Synaptic, and there it is. You don't have to go through the menu choices to get anything anymore. If you want to go to Startup Disk Creator, Startup, down arrow, it's right there. Ultra flexible. Now, another very dynamic thing you can do is you can link things together in this application. So you can say, I want to create a hotkey that will by default launch my Firefox and my text editor, let's say. So you just type Firefox, then comma, I believe. Now you see there's a little teeny tiny Firefox icon right here. That means it's put into the chain. Okay. Now, if we type text, let's go with gedit. Okay, comma, gedit. There's my text editor. Now, if I hit comma again, you can see now both of them are in that little list. This is a little on the fly compiled list. Go over to launch and you can say add to favorites. So it's a very dynamic way of even creating groups of activities into a single thing. I really encourage people to look and play with this. I'm going to link to a YouTube video where the guy takes a couple minutes and he explains very well some of the things you can do. The one thing I'll show you real quick is we're going to create a file. We select the file, hit this, and now if we type selected text file, new file, we can do different things with the file. I honestly only know about, I would say, 50 to 60% of what this application can do, and I find it very, very useful. I encourage people to play with it, have fun, toy around with it. You will find yourself needing this application on other operating systems because it's so easy to just launch applications. Okay, we're going to move to the next topic.